We use AI every single day to write a brief or to do the research. It used to take 6 hours. Now we can do the same thing in 30 minutes. It is a difficult time for the
Yeah.
non-immigrant, immigrants, people to change their status, to get the visa or get a green card under the new administration.
Welcome back to another episode of Community Chronicles. Today, we are joined by Keshab Seadie, founder and CEO of GreenCardMaker.
Good afternoon. It's so nice to be with you. And you are doing a terrific job having this program and looking forward to working with you in the future. My name is Keshab Seadie. I've been practicing business immigration law since 1999 in various parts of Manhattan. Now we're in Midtown around Times Square area. And we primarily, are engaged in information technology companies, businesses, individuals, or families who are seeking to immigrate to the United States on work visas as well as green cards. And also we help people who are holding green card for more than 5 years to become a U.S. citizen. So our business is primarily associated with immigrant either coming to work or on a temporary basis or on a permanent basis with the green card, or people who are already residing here on a permanent basis with the green card becoming a U.S. citizen, and all other various, A to Z of the immigration laws.
What inspired you to get into the immigration law space?
It's a very good question. Now, I've been asked this question multiple times. The primary reason was, I used to work for the United Nations before. When I left the UN, I came into private practice. Was a natural transition being in an international area and then coming to deal with the international people who are seeking to immigrate or has already been immigrated to the United States and helping them to realize their American dreams. That was the main thirst of my being an immigration lawyer.
Did you start with your immigration practice, or did you have previous exposure to immigration law?
Well, I did. Right after my law school, the firm I worked in Atlanta had a business immigration department. So I had some exposure. Using that exposure, when I decided to quit the UN and then came into the private practice, it was a natural transition to move into the area where I already had some expertise, but we didn't have clients. So in the beginning, we used to do real estate, uncontested divorce, whatever case just came in, we used to represent these clients and move forward.
And how did most of your clients ultimately discover GreenCardMaker in the early stages?
That's a very interesting question, right? There used to be a newspaper called India Abroad. So we used those media outlets to advertise it. So when we started to advertise, the information technology companies which have a need for our services started to contact us. And then that was the prime vehicle at that time because there was no internet when I started. So the people who started to come and then we started to build our website. Internet had just come in. It was not a big deal. So that's why I was able to secure greencardmaker.com domain, because the green card word was already taken out by somebody else. The primary vehicle was, the news media, advertising, as well as word of mouth. When we started to do the good work, people spread the word, and whenever another person needed immigration lawyer, they contacted us, and then just it's one after another, things started to move forward.
And in the present day, do you think that most of your business comes from word of mouth still, or has there been a different vehicle of business?
Good question, right? We're trying to go into online business, but that has not been really successful that much, you see. Still, we're getting almost more than 80% of our business from word of mouth.
Across your time leading the firm, tell us about one of your most memorable client cases.
You know what? I can't even figure out which one is most touchy cases we have been through. We have cases where people have completely given hope. There is no hope of getting legalized in the United States. And we pick up those cases, we fight it over. There was a case, I wanted to give you one I can't talk about a particular individual. There is a legal
Sure.
confidentiality, attorney-client privilege related issues. But one case comes to my mind where the guy had entered illegally without inspection
And
30
is that
years ago.
common in immigration law?
Well, sometime, not all the
Okay.
time, but I mean, there is a Mexican border, there's a Canadian border. So people enter without inspection. They used to enter like hundreds of thousands of people like that before. But there is no law which would really help them to navigate unless and until they had US citizen children or spouse to sponsor them. So in my particular situation here, they came in, they had a child, child was born, child turned 21. After the child turns 21, the child can sponsor you for the green card. But they were so afraid, they did not sponsor or they didn't go to immigration or, present themselves for this relief, which could have given them green card almost 9 years ago. The child was already 30. So at the 30-year stage, they talked to multiple people and then came to see me. And then they said, will it be possible for us to try this route where I could be able to get the green card? I
Yeah.
looked at the case. It was very, very difficult because I had to go to the immigration court. Before going to the immigration court, I had to convince the ICE trial attorney. The trial attorney had to agree to file a joint motion with me to the judge saying that, look, the child is a US citizen, child can sponsor these, and they can get a green card so long as we dismiss this deportation case because they're already deported. You see, on the
Oh,
paper, they had a deportation. So that case took almost 3.5 years for us
wow.
to file a joint motion, succeed with the joint motion, then take the case to the judge, dismiss the case, then file a green card. And just like a few months ago, we had a green card interview. He got the green card after like these 35 years. Now they're going back to India to visit. So this kind of heartwarming situation takes place once in a while, but most of the time we do with the corporate cases. So there is not much, they're all legal people we're dealing with.
Yeah.
They come on H-1B visa, L-1 visa, or O-1 visa, and then we apply their green cards. So those are straightforward cases. Not much struggle is there. It's the paper pushing and then making strategic planning with the company, with the employee, and make things happen. This is how it works.
In this current climate, how would you describe the trends in immigrants that have been entering the United States, especially H-1B or O-1 visa holders?
It is difficult. Let me tell you the truth. It is a difficult time for the immigrants,
Yeah.
non-immigrant, immigrants, people to change their status, to get the visa or get a green card, or even become a U.S. citizen. The entire process is not easy anymore under the new administration. Okay, that's just the fact. It's a death by 1,000 cuts, they call.
Yeah.
There are even the legal avenues, laws are still the same. So it is a difficult time for the immigrants, but we navigate. It's complex. It takes double the time of what used to take for us to navigate a particular case. But you got to do what you got to do.
And how do you see the future of immigration law?
Well, future of the immigration law is bright because the American demographic, they're not having enough babies. So they need people to come. But the Trump administration is geared towards finding people who are more educated, who are wealthy. So they have, $5 million green card. They have $1 million green card, $2 million green cards for the people who are wealthy. So they could get a green card. And also the Trump administration would like to bring new laws which would assist people who have a PhD degree in science, technology, engineering, and math to migrate to the United States successfully in a short amount of time so they can become a tax-paying citizen or an immigrant versus the people who are currently coming in on a family-based immigration where there is almost 1.1 to 1.2 million people come in. On an employment-based green card, only 150,000 people come in. So the Trump administration is planning to reverse that. We don't know they will be successful, But either way, the America has a need for the science, technology, and engineering and math-related manpower. So that would need will force them to have some sort of an immigration program for the long way to come.
What do you say has been biggest challenge running Green Card Maker?
You know what? Our challenges are because immigration cases are not like personal injury cases. Personal injury cases, you get one client, sometimes you don't even need second client for the whole year. You make $5 million out there, okay? For immigration cases, we need to deal with very high volume. And managing this very high volume, fast-paced environment, a lot of people, you're dealing with the human agony, right?
How do you manage it?
I mean, we have, people to manage. We have different resources. We use technology. Now you have AI. So we are using every single tool to achieve our goal and also deliver reliable customer service as well as the immigration product, which client has paid for and he or she deserves.
Yeah. And to your point about AI, do you think that AI has changed the landscape of law and maybe more microscopically immigration law?
Oh, 100%. See, we use AI every single day because to write a brief or to do the research, it used to take, 6 hours. Now we can do the same thing in 30 minutes. So there will be less need the entry-level lawyers or the paralegals in the near future. When the AI is really active, 70% of the work can be done using the AI. So it will change. There will be a serious impact.
And in closing, what advice would you give to young people in general interested in entrepreneurship or more specifically interested in law?
Well, I'm not trying to scare you going into law school. You could, because of the AI per se, but on anything in life, first you got to decide one thing. Which one thing you are good at? You could be math guy, you could be lawyer type of guy, you could be scientist, whatever your passion is. First, recognize your passion, number one. Then work very, very hard. I mean, we used to work in the beginning almost 16, 18 hours a day. So there is no compromise there. You gotta first find what you really like. Second, work very, very hard. Be honest and deliver the product. You're gonna be successful.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Seadie. This was a great conversation, and thank you to our viewers for watching this video of Community Chronicles. Bye.
Thank you.